Finally, Buhari has been dragged to US court after the bombing of Biafran community by the use of American jets. See details. Well, my dear listeners, we greet you all this very afternoon. This is the Lord TV. Yeah, this is a shocker, I know, but then it's a reality. As it is, Mr. President will be appearing before the judges to speak and defend himself on this. If it's an allegation or not, we don't really know. But whatever it is, I think there is a fact in what has just been revealed in this very content. Mr. President has been accused of using the American jets to bomb a whole Biafran community. How did it happen? When? And how? What was used to achieve this? Let's quickly check the content and know how it happened, as reported by Biafra. The indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, on Wednesday accused the Nigerian government of using American military jets Super Tucano to bomb communities in Biafran land, and listed states bombed to include Ebonyi, Akwa Ibom, Cross River, and Iguacha communities, among others, stating that consequently a lot of civilian casualties and destruction of people's property have been recorded. Speaking through her spokesman, Powerful, IPOB said that TT was on record that the USA Department of State restricted the use of the Super Tucano bombers to northern Nigerians to fight Boko people who were destroying people's lives in that part of the country. The Nigerian government is knowingly and deliberately violating the terms of the military jet sale agreement by using them to bomb villages and rural communities in the southeast. The American government asked Nigerians to restrict the use of the Super Tucano to the northern part of Nigeria, where Boko people groups are very active. In flagrant disregard to the terms of the sale agreement, Nigeria, which is known for breaking agreements and acting outside the bounds of legal norms, have now exposed their true intention of purchasing the military jet by turning the use of the bombers on Biafran communities and villages in the eastern region. All right, my people, you've heard this already. Well, if I can remember vividly, when President Buhari demanded for the use of these Super Tucano jets, the U.S. government, the U.S. military, turned down that request. They refused granting President Buhari that request. In fact, they said that giving President Buhari that jet, President Buhari is not going to use it for the purpose it ought to be used, but rather it will be misused, making reference to the brutal killing of the innocent residents of Imo, when that was when the governor of Imo deployed soldiers in search of the Eastern Security Network camp in Imo. They made reference to that by saying that the killing of those innocent people is a sign that President Buhari is not only going to misuse this very Tucano jet, but rather is going to use it to massacre innocent lives in the southeast. Okay, now look at what was noted in this very content, that President Buhari actually know the people that actually deserve the use of this kind of jets. He refused to use these jets for people of that caliber, but instead he's using it for the southeasterners, people who are soft when it comes to committing crime. But the main people who are the Boko people, the terrorists, he has put them aside and refused to pay attention to them. Rather, keep paying attention to those who doesn't have anything to even do with terrorism. You see that? So that is why you saw that terrorism in Nigeria has never stopped, but rather it keep multiplying, increasing, because these people has not been followed, has not been attacked, has not been shut down. You see that? So that is why they refused granting President Buhari that very request. Now, secretly, Buhari has gone behind to demand for this Super Tucano jet and went on to use it to massacre the same lives that the U.S. government has said that they should not use that very jet for. You see that? There is no place we don't have saboteurs. Saboteurs are everywhere. They are everywhere. You see, so someone in U.S., a military personnel, somehow, somewhere may have swapped this Tucano jet to President Buhari for use. That was how he was able to lay hand on that very jet. I want to say that investigation should not be left down on this very information, but rather they should carry on with investigation to know how Mr. President happened to lay his hand on that very jet and used it wrongly, as he was warned not to use it. Imagine, they said it and it really happened. That's it. Let me hear from you, my dear listeners in the house, on this very issue. Don't forget your comments. They are still very much of great importance. Don't forget to leave them below the comment section. Click on the subscription buttons as well as the bell buttons to get updated each time we upload any new videos. Thank you.